Now, I'm really spoilt for choice here when it comes to my favourite bikes, because people always come up to me and say to me, what's the best bit you've seen so far? So here's some of them. But before we go on, make sure you subscribe to the channel and also click that little notification icon so you get an alert every time we put a video live. Every year that a bike with Shimano on it wins a Grand Tour, they have one of those bikes here on their stand. And this year is no exception, of course, because this is the bike of Egan Bernal, this year's Tour de France winner. This is his Pinarello Dogma F12. Now, the bike is pretty much standard, really. It's got nothing on it totally out of, well, unusual, let's face it, because all the parts on there you can buy, because that's what you have to do, of course, to be able to race in a UCI event. But we've got yellow colour-coded components, and it does look the part. No, but this bike, I'm pretty sure it's not actually the one he used during the Tour de France. The reason being, there is no power meter on it. Yep, I have looked all over it, and there is not one on there. It's still a great-looking bike. Now, when it comes to going fast, it's all well and good to have some big old quads to unleash the wattage bazooka, but a fast-looking bike also helps too. And an aerodynamic bike helps even more. Of course, a time trial bike, you are normally going to go quite a bit faster than on a standard road bike because you're in such a position that you decrease your frontal area, meaning you can get through that wind just a little bit easier. But this bike from FSA, combined with the handiwork of Vision 2, we've got something of a beast of a time trial bike, and in a good way. So we've got a disc brake group set here, and it is the FSA We TT version. Now, that is actually a semi-wireless setup. So you do have wires going from the shifters into a control unit, which then sends the signals down to the front derailleur and also the rear derailleur, which are wired up to a battery internally. But the tech doesn't stop there. Oh no, we've got a tri-spoke on the front there, the Vision Metron 35, which is an absolute beautiful looking bit of kit, combined with this Vision time trial chain set there too. So of course the chain rings are mounted from the inside, and the sleek appearance of that, I'm just such a big fan of. I wish that more and more people did that because it just looks so cool. Then of course we've got the Vision Metron disc wheel on the back there. And this bike, I've got to say, black bikes always look a little bit faster. What do you reckon? Hot or not? Let me know in the comments section down below. Now, I've just been pointed in the direction of this very cool disc brake road bike from Lightweight. Now, it weighs just 6 kilos. I don't have my scales with me, but I do trust the gentleman who told me. The bike itself has a very interesting bit of paintwork on here. Now, this paint is said to cost about £1,000 per litre. Now, that is a fair amount, isn't it? And let's face it, it does look absolutely great. It's quite understated, but when the light catches it, it looks brilliant. We've got a lightweight stem on there and some Schmolke handlebars, saddle, and also the seat post on there. You can look at it. That's so minimalistic, super light. Of course, we've got lightweight wheels on there. What else? We've got a SRAM Red group set and some THM Claviculas M3 cranks on there. Now, you could save a little bit more weight because there are some other cranks out there a little bit lighter. And also those chain rings too. You get some carbon tie on there. I reckon you'd save a little bit more weight and probably play around with the tyres too. But I love this bike because it looks so basic almost, but in a really cool way. Check this one out. This, I reckon, is so far my favourite bike here. I've probably already said that so far in this video, but genuinely, this one is 20 years ago. This bike here was actually used during Paris-roubaix by Fabio Baldato, a guy who was a pretty handy bike rider, let's face it. I'm going to run through a few of the bits of tech on it, because these days riders tend to use almost standard bikes, whereas this one, it's got cantilever brakes for a start, so it's almost like a cyclocross bike. We've got a really cool hanger here which has been put onto the back of the seat tube for that canty brake. And this frame set, I'm led to believe, I have this really hazy memory, it was automatically welded. So there was a welding machine and it just turned the tubes automatically. Meanwhile, a guy just simply stood close by and watched it all happen. We've got a pair of suspension forks on the front. There's also a brake booster on there too. Some of you will remember that. But look at what I can only say is a monstrosity of a brake hanger put on the top of it. That's definitely homemade, because it's so rough around the edges. We've got a pair of Michelin axial tyres. These are 25mm wide, 25. All right, Paris-Roubaix riders of today, take note. 25mm. You guys riding 30s and probably 32s even. We've got tied and soldered spokes as well on the Shimano Dura Ace hubs. I do like a nice tied and soldered spoke, it has to be said. Rear cassette, look at that, that's 1121. pretty sure it's not a 23 on there. This bike has not ever been cleaned after the race too. Moving forward, the chain set, we've got a Shimano Dura 7700. That's the model of that particular group set. It's 9-speed, remember. And we've got an inner ring, which is not from Shimano. Instead, it's from TA, and it's a 46, because in Paris-roubaix, generally they tend to have quite a close ratio between the two chain rings. So if it was to get dislodged on the cobblestones, the rider is not going to have to suddenly increase their cadence dramatically to try and keep up. Elite QSC bottle cages, they were an absolute classic back in the day too, weren't they, with their little gel inserts in there to try and keep the bottles in place. This bike is bringing back all sorts of memories for me. Love it. Yes. Brompton, a name which is synonymous with folding bikes. And this year at Eurobike, there is more folding bikes than I've ever seen here before. This one, though, I thought I'd give a shout out. Now, it's not brand new. It was launched back in 2017, but they've just launched them into Europe. And this special blue colour is going to be launched in October too. Now, this bike does come in either a 2-speed version or a 6-speed version and has a range of up to 70 kilometres. And, well, if you want to know about the battery, it fits into this little bag here on the front. And it's a pretty small and neat looking bit of kit too. Just look at that. Nice. Now, when I think DeRosa, I think history and heritage, and I was quite surprised, I must say, actually, at first, when they launched an e-bike. Incidentally, the name is literally just DeRosa e-bike. There's no Quorum, there's no Pininfarina or Protos, anything like that. Maybe they'll add a name at a later date, who knows. But here's a few stats about the bike. Well, we've got a Bafang 250 watt motor down there, and that's providing about 80 kilometres of riding. And the controller is up there on the handlebars, really neatly done actually. And we've got a little head unit as well, so you've got all the battery life stats and also ride details too. All the cables fully integrated. You can only just about see them popping out and entering the stem through quite a nice little unit there on the head tube. The colour, well, it's beautiful, isn't it? Don't think I could carry it off, but either way, something you can carry quite easily is the bike. It weighs just 12 kilos, which is ultra impressive for a road bike like this, because check out the size of that down tube. And the bar tape, well, they've started at the top and finished at the end. There'll be people out there cursing, and there'll be others saying that's the correct way to do it. I've got to say, it does look quite nice when there's no electrical tape finishing it off, but I always start at the bottom anyway. Now, if someone was to say to me, John, would you like a unisex fold-up stainless steel bike complete with a Campagnolo Super Record 12-speed group set on it, I would bite their arm off. And well, I may well end up doing just that, because check this out from Moulton Bicycles. Now, Moulton Bicycles are so deep and rich in history. One day I do hope to be able to do a factory tour or something, because they are pretty local to us in Bath. But well, I just thought I'd share with you this absolute feat of engineering. All of the tube work on it is incredible, and I love also these cables, how you have to twist them, so basically you decouple them, if you like, in order to fold that bike up. This is such a beautiful bike. And do you know what? That little chamber there on the back, you can even put a little bit more air in there if you like, because this is a full suspension bike, remember. It even comes with a gold chain. I want to spend hours and hours looking at this, but well, I reckon they're going to kick me out anytime soon. Some absolute beauties in there, wasn't there? Which one was your standout bike, though? Let me know down there in the comment section below. And also remember to like and share this video with your friend. Don't forget, check out the GCN shop at shop.globalcyclingnetwork.com. 2 more great videos from here at Eurobike. Click just here and just here. Be careful.